Toss a coin to your Witcher, my friends, as filming for the upcoming third season of Netflix fantasy adaptation The Witcher has almost wrapped up filming after a 3-week hiatus. If you're interested in learning more about the troubling misadventures of our favorite White Wolf, then you've come to the right place. Make sure to check your rear, and let's get into the details. Start off with Back in Action. The third season of Netflix The Witcher is reportedly in the final stretch of filming, with hardly only a month to go before wrapping up production in the first half of September. But the journey to this moment wasn't without its bumps, as just like many TV series plagued by delays in the last few years, Henry Cavill too tested positive with COVID and had to skip filming for a few weeks. But now the star is back on set, and we have a few more tidbits of info to go along with that. After a short break to decontaminate the set, filming continued without Henry Cavill to focus on those scenes where he wasn't needed, primarily the much-awaited Thanedd coup, where there were plenty of moments where the focus is on other characters, and also, Geralt isn't seen in much of those scenes. After an almost 2-week-long quarantine, Henry Cavill finally returned on set to continue filming Season 3. The delay in Henry's scenes had also caused the end of filming to get pushed back as well, and filming has now been set to wrap up somewhere within the first half of September. In any case, all's well that ends well, and for now, that's what matters the most. Plus, we've got some new updates on the progress of the third season from Redanian intelligence. Plus, the final date had already been previously moved back to September when the season was first delayed last month, so really the dates haven't changed all that much in the meantime. They'll most likely start to film the scenes in the Thanedd coup that involve Geralt now that the star has returned, which would be understandable considering they spent the majority of their time during the weeks without him on that major action set piece. But filming still went on when Cavill wasn't present. This wasn't the first time The Witcher has been plagued by production delays throughout its short time on Netflix. The first season, premiered just months before COVID-19, had shut down production across the globe. This caused the second season to arrive on the streaming platform 2 whole years after the first season, and the restless fans are hoping to avoid another serious delay. Though Cavill wasn't on the set with the rest of the cast because of his ongoing recovery from COVID, some of the filming schedules ended up being rearranged in order to take his absence into account. As a result, the weeks where he wasn't present on the set focused on those scenes that didn't involve Geralt, because of which the COVID situation didn't end up disrupting the production too much. But worry not, Henry pulled through and is back on his A-game, though he might start missing the time he spent during quarantine with the love of his life, his gaming PC. As tradition, whenever Cavill gets sick or injured and has to pull out from filming, he proceeds to tinker with his custom-built PC, and this time was no exception. Some of series scenes involving the aftermath of the coup, where she escapes into the Korath Desert, were also filmed. Many of the scenes had to be filmed in the Sahara Desert. However, Freya Allen, the actress, filmed her scenes against a green screen, surrounded by sand. Won't blame the producers for that. Nobody wants to take a trip to the literal frying pan of the planet to film a few environmental shots, though the white horses, which most likely are stand-ins for the desert unicorns, would have been fun to interact with. So what can we expect to see in the upcoming season? According to multiple credible sources, Season 3 will apparently be following the events of Andrzej Sapkowski's 4th installment in the Witcher books collection, Time of Contempt, where events lead to the disbandment of the Brotherhood of Sorcerers. The book also explored Ciri and Geralt's relationship as they begin to open up and learn more about the White Wolf's powers. Geralt also gets forced to change his neutral stance on the politics within the continent, as there are now multiple factions who are trying to hunt Ciri down. Season 2 also left us with a major cliffhanging revelation about the White Flame's identity, who is none other than Ciri's own father, Duni, also known as Emir var Imris, the current emperor of the genocidal kingdom of Nilfgaard. We'll also get to see Yennefer and Geralt traveling to Artuza to grasp the full extent of Ciri's powers, and fans will finally have a chance to get a close look at the dysfunctional family dynamic between the three. We've already talked about them filming their most ambitious sequence, the Thanedd coup, as well, which will feature an all-out showdown between mages in the Academy of Artuza. The extensive sequence will include pretty much the entire cast, along with a few of the new ones. However, some events from previous novels, including scenes from Blood of Elves and Sword of Destiny, will also appear, but for now, we have no idea how they'll fit into the ongoing story. And it looks like Netflix is working on expanding the Witcher universe as well. Ever since the release of the first season, the franchise has been developing several interconnected projects that include the likes of the anime adaptation The Witcher, Nightmare of the Wolf, exploring Vesemir and Kaer Morhen's ancient past. Plus, we also have the upcoming spin-off, The Witcher, Blood Origin, another anime reportedly titled The Witcher, Sirens of the Deep, and even a family-friendly project. So when can we expect to see the next season? Though the third season doesn't have an official release date as of yet, probably to make up for any potential delays. It's unlikely that we'll see another 2-year gap like the second season did. In the meantime, Netflix is also releasing the spin-off prequel series, Blood Origin, so that should hopefully help you pass the time until the next season comes out. Meanwhile, in other Witcher news, first off, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt reveals brand new figurines made by Dark Horse. Looks like Dark Horse has yet another line of Witcher-themed figures in the works, but while the most recent batch featured characters from the Netflix series, this new set of collectibles is based on the third installment in the video game series, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Just like with the previous releases, these are also less like figurines and more like PVC statues, each measuring between 7.75 inches and 9 inches tall, and come with a built-in 1.5-inch display base. Some of the figures also include alternate headpieces, such as the Imlerith, meaning you can display him as both masked or unmasked. The Geralt and Vesemir figures are both priced at $59.99, and Imlerith is going to cost you $69.99. All three are set to come out in February of next year. Next up, the Witcher prequel spin-off series, Blood Origin, receives a surprising update. Though Blood Origin has yet to receive an official release date, the spin-off recently saw one pretty surprising update: an official age rating visible on the Netflix streaming service. At least one user has reported an 18+ age rating, while notably, the European audiences claim to have a 15+ rating, the first for mature and adult audiences, whereas the latter for a PG audience. However, the rating is not visible in all regions yet. The 15+ age rating is equivalent to the US's TVMA rating, which is the same as the main Witcher series, which for comparison has a 16+ age rating in Europe. The show was originally announced back in 2020, and although it seemingly wrapped up filming in November of 2021, Blood Origin continues to change, as reshoots once again began in April of this year, and the project reportedly underwent some major cuts and re-edits. Netflix had originally reported that Blood Origin would be a 6-part miniseries, but the recent update suggests that the episode count has been cut down to 4 instead, and because it hasn't yet been officially confirmed by Netflix yet, it's still uncertain as to why the series was really cut down. And lastly, 2 new Witcher documentaries are coming soon to Netflix. 2 new Witcher-themed documentary series are headed to Netflix later this month. Both titles are set to hit Netflix on August 23rd. Apparently, the series is going to be a short of bestiary that gives us a look at all the monsters in the world of The Witcher, giving us their backstories and what makes them such formidable foes. We've already seen 2 previous bestiary specials on Netflix. The first, titled The Witcher Bestiary Part 1, covered the Kikamora and the Striga, while Part 2 covered other beasts such as basilisks and dragons. Each of the bestiary specials was around 10 minutes in length. These documentaries are just a new addition to the World of the Witcher collection on Netflix, featuring other documentaries, main series, and movies set in the same world. That's a wrap for this video. What are your theories and predictions for the upcoming season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like these. See you in the next ones.